Hello and welcome to Revsportz. Of course, we are back. We are back at the ground, and this time round we are back with women's cricket yet again. But this is very special because this is one of our favorite things to do or matches to cover actually, because it's a domestic game, domestic tournament, and grassroots to another level.
Yes, absolutely. The under-19 girls, and it's so good to see a tournament happening, and that too in that a grand stature, I will say.
Absolutely.
And today it was a semi-finals.
It was so there
Two
was
semi-finals.
back-to-back semi-finals in this very ground at the Aditya Academy, Kolkata. Finally, Aditya Academy ground. It was Karnataka versus Baroda, and then of course our very own Bengal versus Andhra. The first game, Karnataka won quite convincingly by I think 45 odd runs, and the second game, unfortunately,
Bengal
Andhra
lost.
won quite convincingly
Yes.
with at least
5 wickets.
17.4. So
Yeah, and 14 balls to left.
yeah, 14 balls left and
5 wickets in
5
hand.
wickets in hand, of course. First, let's start at the start. By the way, just remember the name CH Tamanna from Andhra, because I do think has a very bright future in the coming days. Pace bowler, bowls that channel right out on the stumps, but just tad bit leaving the off stump,
Corridor of
the
uncertainty.
corridor of uncertainty.
Yes. We have a pretty cool memory.
Yes,
around
we
this.
have our own memories, but what happens in World Cup stays in World Cup.
Exactly.
So basically, the ground is inside the Aditya Academy school, so you might see a lot of school buses going right now. But the way Tamanna bowled, I think, because Pratibha Mandi, the opener for Bengal, I think she is one of those batters who can actually put her feet on the accelerator. And I was telling you, I'm not very informed of the decision that Pratibha should open. I think Pratibha should be a finisher, but that's for a separate day. Tamanna, 2 bowled, 1 LBW, and twice the off stump went cartwheeling.
Yes, absolutely. It was so good to see, a young pacer from Andhra, doing that thing. And the main thing about that spell, about the whole 4-over spell, was the consistency.
Yes.
I think the way she maintained the consistency, and I think we have to give credit to the captain also, captain of Andhra, Mehak. I think the way she used her, I think all the 4 overs on a trot, with the new ball, because the momentum was with them, because she was getting those wickets, they are continuously getting those wickets, and they're looking to kill the game that moment.
Correct.
And they did so, because they took the wicket of, the captain,
Ipshita.
yes, the
Yeah.
captain of Bengal. So,
In
so
fact, we were discussing.
Yes.
So
It was
Bengal
after
was
the
already 3 wickets
6
down. So Tamanna had 1 over left.
yeah,
And she bowled consecutive 4 overs. So Mehak brought her for her last over. So I was telling Snehasis, you know what they're doing is a very aggressive thought process, because they're trying to kill the game here. Right now, the best batter for Bengal out is Ipshita, and as long as Ipshita stays, the captain stays, Bengal is still in the hunt.
yes.
So you get Ipshita, you remove Ipshita from there, and you have completely owned the game. That's exactly what happened. Literally, Ipshita's stump went cartwheeling, and with that, almost Bengal's hope of qualifying for the finals.
Yes, absolutely. And I think then you have to give credit to Tamanna for executing the plans, because it is very tough to first you can plan those things, that okay, to a particular batter I will go for this line and length, will go with this fielding setup and all, but on the field, on that particular moment when you have that ball, you have been given to that job to take that wicket for your captain. I think then you have to execute that, and it is very tough. I think the way she did in a consistent manner throughout all those 4 overs, I think it was incredible to see.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, none of the Bengal batters actually crossed the 30-run mark.
Yeah.
It was Priyanka Prasad and Priyanka Goldar who are the only batters, but they are lower order batters, to have crossed the 20-run mark. So as you can understand, Bengal ended up with 90 for 7.
90%.
Yeah. And then Andhra came out to bat.
Fast
First ball.
ball.
Dipshika or Diksha? Sorry.
I think
Sorry,
Diksha.
guys. just give me one moment. Diksha, yeah.
Yeah,
Diksha hit a drive on the up.
Yeah, the shot
What
was
a
good.
brilliant catch from
The
Chandrima.
shot was also good, but what a catch! What a catch from Chandrima, and I think that was a start that they badly needed after
Bengal
scoring only
absolutely
90
needed.
runs.
When you have 90 runs on the
Yes,
board and
in
you
a
know
semi-final clash.
required run rate
Yeah.
is 4.5 odd.
And what we saw today, this Andhra batting is long.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
it has batting
They have
depth.
quality batters.
Yeah, absolutely they do.
I think that is why Bengal was so happy to take the first wicket on the fast ball itself.
Correct. And then we saw a superb partnership.
Yes.
I think Setu was outstanding.
Fantastic.
And then two beautiful sixes.
Yes, and I think the way Setu
Setu
was
and Grishma,
continuously,
yeah.
communicating with each other, and especially, the calmness that Setu showed. At
Yeah,
one
and Setu
point,
was continuously talking to
Yes.
Grishma and telling her, you know what, we have a lot of
lot
time.
of
Let's
more-
try
lot of
to.
overs left
Yeah.
to chase down the total. So take time and then go for the business, go for the kill.
Two mammoth sixes from Grishma.
Yes, absolutely. I think the power on those shots, we saw the power they have, and I think in modern day cricket you need mixture of both things. Not only power,
Correct.
or don't you need that, or no, only that
Technique.
rotating the
Yeah.
strike rate or not. You need bit of
Mixture of both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think both these batters showed that they have that potential, they have that talent. But one mistake that both of them did, they didn't finish the game. None of them
See,
finished the game.
that's what I was about to say. Both of them showed a lot of grit. They
Yeah.
showed that mixture of, technique and big hitting.
But
They
one of
also
them-
showed their age. It's under 19 after
Yeah.
all.
Understandable.
Suddenly, it's, I think it was 70 odd.
Yeah, I think
I'll
it was
just check
67
the-
something
yeah.
around that.
And they had reached the score. We were just,
Because they are
it was
going
67.
A perfect rate. 5 overs,
Yeah.
30 runs, 34-1. Around 10 overs, they were like 57,
57 for
1.
1, yeah. And then they were 67 for 1, all but the match is over for Bengal.
So basically, they needed around 30 runs in the last 10 overs.
Less
with
than
9
30.
wickets in.
Less than
hand.
30
Less than
because
30.
it's 67, so 25,
Yeah.
24 odd runs. And then the collapse happened. Back to back 3 wickets made the game super interesting.
And the coaching staff of Bengal
Got-
came alive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Suddenly.
But also, with the 3 wickets, all unnecessary shots.
Yes.
Especially, now here's my thing. You will say when, it can be risky, but the point is, none of the shots were on. It isn't about being unnecessary. That's another school bus, as you can
Side
see.
screen issue.
Side screen issue. But as I said, it's not only that it was unnecessary at that point, the shot was not on. When they were hitting sixes, those shots were on and they were clearing the boundary. That's perfectly fine.
Yes.
But this time the shots were not on. One of them was run out, of course.
Yeah.
The run out, then 2 bad shots.
Yes. And both against spinners.
Yes.
And in this kind of wicket, you always know that the spinners will come into play. I am not
Correct.
saying the ball were turning up that much or this much.
No,
That is not the fact.
it's the slowness of the
Gripping,
track.
yeah, slowness of the track,
Absolutely.
and it will be difficult for any batter to come out and go for a big shot from the ball one. So I think that was the mistake that they did, and they put
the
unnecessary
bigger
pressure on
mistake,
themselves.
and the bigger mistake is once Grishma got out,
Yes.
Setu
also
should have
tried the
stayed.
same. Yes.
Grishma was run out.
Hmm.
Setu should have then carried on for those 24 runs. And that she did not do. She went for a
Big shot.
big shot, got out.
Got out.
Anjum, who played very well in the quarterfinals. In fact, her 45 was one of the main reasons that
qualified
Andhra
for the
qualified for the semis. But she also tried to clear the field, got out, and suddenly the match had changed on
Yes.
its head. 10 more runs. If Bengal had 10 more runs, it could have been different. But after that, Snehasis, something happened that we were expecting from not only Andhra but Bengal's top order as well. But actually, the captain and the lower order rather executed that.
Yes, absolutely. I think the way they
And
rotated the strike,
correct.
the way they rotated the strike, I think that was the need of the hour for them at that moment. Because the pressure was building. Because if you continuously looking for the big shots, sometimes you might end up, with dot balls, and that will create more pressure on you. But what they did, they used, soft hands.
Both Shubhashri and Mehak,
Yeah,
I
Shubhashri
think,
and Mehak, they
showed a
both-
lot of
yeah,
maturity.
lot of maturity, and use their soft hand, for those quick singles, doubles, and they didn't go for those cross-batted shot.
Correct.
They tried to hit those balls into the straight V's, over the bowler's head and all, and they quickly looking for those doubles, those singles, and that helped ultimately, inching closer to the total over and ultimately what they did, as we
And
saw,
so
in
it's
18
brilliant.
balls.
So 11.4, suddenly Andhra becomes 75 for
Yeah.
4, I think. Yeah, 75 for 4. And 14.4 they have finished the game.
No, I think 15.4.
Sorry, 14.4 they were 75
Yeah,
for
yeah.
1, and 17.4 they have finished the game.
So in 3 overs.
And they needed as many runs. They needed about 16 runs from, of course,
Remaining balls.
from the remaining balls. In 11.4 that becomes, if you see, 50 balls. So they needed 16 of 50 balls, and they scored 16 of 18 without taking any risk. Simple, superb, matured running between the wickets.
And I think that is what you need. And especially I have to give credit to Mehak.
Yeah.
I think as a captain,
Yes.
you need that kind of a calmness in the dressing room. And if your captain is doing this kind of thing, I think that will give a huge message, especially ahead of a grand final.
Absolutely. And once they won, they were super excited. But also the energy in the Andhra camp.
Yeah. The
From
body
ball
language.
1, the body language,
Super.
the screaming, was so much louder, was so much there. Bengal, I think, flashes of brilliance. And they're kids, they will learn, they will grow. But yes, as I said, flashes of brilliance. One name from Bengal that I would really want to be mentored well and taken care of, that's Pratibha Mandi, because I think she has got a very, very good future. Left arm batter, can hit the ball, and a pacer as well.
Decent pace also.
Decent pace. So I would want to see her progressing. But as of now, I think the two names that I'm taking from here are Tamanna and Setu. And what we are promising back is we will be back for the final,
Yes.
covering the Andhra versus Karnataka all Southern Derby. I'm just making it Derby. Nobody is calling it Derby. So yeah, guys, I have played cricket. I know a few people in CAB. So people are saying hi and
Yes.
bye. So that's about it. But Snehasis, good experience.
Yes, absolutely. I think last year also we went to see those domestic matches. We saw Pratika Rawal first time there, and now recently we saw her playing for India and also winning the World Cup eventually. But I think this time around, seeing again what I started in that video also, that seeing these young kids playing in this grand stature, and right now I think after winning the World Cup, I think these tournaments will carry
Correct.
much more volume now. I think
Correct.
people will take it more seriously, more investment, more look up. Players will be get more look after by the certain people, and hopefully they will have a great future ahead.
Absolutely. Do come back day after
Wednesday.
tomorrow. Yes, Wednesday. We'll bring in whatever we watch in the finals. We will actually break it down. As of now, keep watching Revsportz, because there's so much happening in the sporting world, and we are trying to bring you as much as we can. Chess, football, cricket, of course, is there, and then there's other Olympic sport as well, shooting, badminton, etc. So just keep watching Revsportz, and
And please like, share and subscribe the channel.
thank you.